Origin of Gedung Ketapang Hamlet. In ancient times, there was a forest filled with many ketapang trees, which grew rapidly and spread throughout the forest. These trees were commonly used by the local residents as a remedy for stomachaches or diarrhea. The villagers from distant villages near the forest would often collect ketapang leaves to use as a remedy for diarrhea. One day, the villagers needed a large supply of tapang leaves to use as a medicine to cure the residents suffering from diarrhea. Due to food poisoning, many villagers get infected by a virus, resulting in numerous deaths in the village. The high number of casualties caused great concern among the villagers. The rampant virus and the high number of casualties led the villagers to make strenuous efforts to stop and eliminate this disease. One of the victims of this deadly virus contamination was Agung's mother, resident of the village. Agung's mother had been suffering from diarrhea for weeks, but the local medical center couldn't help due to expensive costs and long queues. She became desperate as her finance couldn't cover the expenses, and the long queue at the medical center left her powerless. Agung determined to help constantly sought financial assistance from the villagers. However, none of the villagers cared about Agung, and one day, returning from his search for funds for his mother's treatment, he was shocked to find his mother lifeless. He wept bitterly and vowed to seek revenge against the villagers who had ignored him. On the other hand, the number of victims continued to rise day by day. A man from the village proposed building a large building in the middle of the Ketapang tree forest. This building would serve as a hospital to accommodate those infected with the virus. The constructions of the large building would also make it easier to dispense medicine if any villagers were contaminated. The villagers agreed to build the hospital, but Agung, still harboring his burning grudge over his mother's death, opposed the construction. Initially, Agung tried to convince the other villagers that this was just a scam by the village chief to make a lot of money. He made every effort to prevent the building from being constructed, but none of his efforts succeeded. Agung's long-simmering anger continued to intensify. He allowed the he allowed the villagers to build the hospital in the middle of the Tapang tree forest. A few days after building was successfully constructed, the contaminated victims were already being treated there. More than 2,500 victims were treated at the hospital. Agung felt envious of those who could easily access medical care and receive assistance from doctors, while he had struggled to find help for his mother. His escalating anger and growing resentment led Agung to plan something sinister. One night, he broke 25 liters of gasoline to burn down the hospital. He spread gasoline throughout the entire hospital building and ruthlessly set it ablaze. The helpless patients suffering from illness could not escape the scoring flames of the building and perished. The families of the victims felt sadness and depression and chose to leave the village. All the victims died and were buried next to the burned down hospital building. Finally, the village remained deserted for decades. One day, a wandering man arrived in the area and decided to settle there. After hearing the gruesome tale of the village past, he chose to rebuild the village and name it Gedung Ketapang.